Alright boys, so in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Scythe and the wooden great hammer. Just the great hammer. So let's just go ahead and see what is better and what's not, like the disadvantages and the advantages. Now this is totally just an opinion. I'm not specifying which is better. I know in the title it does say which one is better, but it is always going to be an opinion. This is going to be up to you, but I will be stating my opinion at the very end of this video, so just make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to find out my opinion. Let's go ahead and start right into the video. Alright boys, so we just hopped into the match. Now let me explain a little bit more about the great hammer. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to a great hammer. And what I'm going to do is when that guy comes over, I'm going to go ahead and charge up my sword and then try to kill him. Now, according to this wiki on the screen that you see right now over here, apparently this means that you get to do about like more damage than a scythe with a wooded sword. So like I think it's like 36 damage you get to do with great hammer without the without charging it, but if you charge it you do 48. Now that is pretty good, except the problem is your opponent has like 3 more seconds to try to kill you. So while I'm charging it up, I can go ahead and release, but if I try to attack again, it's gonna be there's kind of a delay just because of how you charged it. Now if I go ahead and show you an example, the scythe, comparing by the scythe and the great hammer, the great hammer does more damage, but the scythe does a little bit less damage than usual. Now, the advantages of the great hammer is that you get to do more damage, and when you charge up your hammer, then you will be able to do more damage. Now, because you get to do no more damage, there's gonna be always a delay. Now, if I try to go kill this guy right over here, okay, he's trying to bow me. I basically just did kind of no damage, but okay, that was a horrible demonstration. Okay, let me just explain something else then. While I'm on this great hammer, if I'm charging it up, it just keeps charging, and I can't even move. I'm kind of paralyzed for 1 second. So by that time, your opponent can already get 1 or 2 hits on you, maybe even 3, just because of the delay in the hammer. Now the advantage of a scythe is basically you get to go circle a bit more, but I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later. But the advantage of a hammer is you get to do much more damage than usual, and if you have like a paragon or something, you will be doing massive amounts of damage, more than you can get a volcanic upgrade. Now as you can see, I'm charging up my sword and I want to go and kill this guy. Now I just knocked him in the void, and I almost forgot that this sword also does huge amounts of knockback. Like, you do not know how much knockback this does. It does huge amounts of knockback. So if you're looking for something with more knockback and more damage, you probably want to go for the sword. The disadvantages is that it just does less. There's much more of a delay when you have a great hammer, just because your other teammate might have a wooden sword, but they'll do more damage on you because they didn't charge up their sword, even if they had the great hammer. Now I know this is a little bit off topic, but there's this thing called the dagger, which almost everyone knows by now, and the dagger does good amounts of damage, except it got a huge buff that went really bad recently, and it's really bad right now, so I don't recommend getting it. Anyways, I had to rush from this guy because this guy looks like he's trying to bow me. I don't know why this guy's so aggressive. Okay. Okay, I just got my upgrade. Armor purchase. Bro, what? Bro, what? Purchase. Bro, what? What? Bro, that's a glitch. Alright boys, we just hopped into the next match. Now I'm going to be upgrading to a Scythe, just because that's the next thing we're going to be doing. Now according to the Scythe, you can still charge it up just like a sword, the hammer, but when you charge it up, it doesn't really, it can spin, but it doesn't usually do as much. So as I charge it, it kind of just goes like this, and it doesn't take, there's no delay. So if you want to do this and charge it, and then you can always also hit again right away. It's not kind of like the thing with the hammer, as there's like a slight delay in the hammer after you recharge it. But when you do that circular motion, you get a lot more damage. Now let me go ahead and demonstrate, but I need to go ahead and get some armor first. Alright, so as you can see, I'm doing a little bit of like damage, but if I just go ahead to this guy's bed a little bit more. Okay, now if I hold this, I'm kind of in a circular motion, and I'm just killing this guy, but it's like really, I can charge it up whenever I want, and the hammer does maybe a little bit more damage, but you can also like back up and get huge advantages and get less hits. Now if you watched Mini Bloxio's video recently, you might have saw that he made a video on the Scythe and how it's like a really good like sword, and it's much better than the Great Hammer and all other swords. Well, I honestly kind of agree with him, and this is kind of my opinion. This is just my opinion, though. You can have a totally other opinion. Now, I'm going to demonstrate one last time, just because I kind of died early in this match. But the problem with the Scythe is basically, like, nothing, to be honest. But I'll check more, and we can just go ahead and play the next game. Alright, so we just dropped into the third round I'm doing. Now, I just had some more things just to say about the Scythe. I have to do a little bit more on demonstrating, because that last round was pretty short. Now, I need to honestly explain the advantages and the disadvantages. So the advantages of the Scythe is basically it does less, the disadvantage of the Scythe is that it does less damage than a hammer would. But the advantage of a Scythe is that you can run away from people easily, get less hits, like hit on, and you can also do a little bit, you can do an average amount of knockback. Now, as I explained before, there is absolutely no delay in the Scythe. If I charge it up, it just spins right away, and I can just hit the other opponent as fast as I can. The hammer just is just delayed and just feels like a little bit slow. Now, as I'm about to demonstrate, I'm gonna go ahead and go in this position of view. Okay, looks like this guy's AFK. Now, as you can see, I'm running away, and if I just do a hit on him, I can go run away as fast as I can and just. Okay, it has a little bit reached as well. That is one of the next advantages. Now, okay, this guy looks like he already just realized he's not. He was AFK. Hold on. What did he say? Oh, he just left the game. Wow. Now, boys, that is the end of the video. Now, just in my opinion, like I said before, I honestly think the Scythe is much better than the hammer, just because of how much reach it does and how the hammer is just basically kind of slow. Anyways, boys, I hope you enjoyed this video about which sword is better. Go ahead and comment down below which is your favorite sword and tell me why, because I may upload a new video and say why that sword that you like is much better than the Scythe. Anyways, boys, I'll copy you guys in the next video. Peace.